The Dancing Girl, Book 1 of the Dancing Girl series. Written by S.Hotchkiss. Narrated by Rachel Roberts and Patrick Shawn. Stepping back into the parking lot, the first thought that prickled my skin was how much darker it seemed than when I'd gone in. My gaze snagged on a shadow, a man leaning against his car, perfectly positioned between me and my own car. He didn't seem to notice me. Normally, that would put me at ease, but tonight, dressed in 5-inch heels, shiny black vinyl short shorts, and a crop top that left little to the imagination, someone not noticing me made me highly suspicious. It was as if he was deliberately trying to appear as though he hadn't seen me. I fixed my stare straight ahead, refusing to make eye contact, and I tried to pick up my pace, a ridiculous effort given the stilettos. I shifted the grocery bag to my left arm, my fingers already fumbling for my car keys tucked into the waistband of my shorts. I just wanted that door open, and me inside, fast. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught his subtle shift. His body straightened, a casual pose turning into one with purpose. My nerves, already frayed, snapped. I fumbled the keys, and they clattered to the ground. As I squatted down, scrambling to retrieve them, I could practically feel his presence just behind me. Keys back in hand, I quickly shifted them, trying to isolate a single sharp edge to use as a weapon. I pivoted, ready to strike, but he was closer than I thought. His hand was a vice around my throat before I could even complete the turn. The grocery bag dropped with a muffled thud. I lunged, driving the key toward him, but again, I was too slow. His other hand clamped around my wrist, crushing my attempt. The pressure on my throat intensified, cutting off my breath, and a sickening lightheadedness began creeping in. With the haze of panic and the rush of blood in my ears, only one thought truly crystallized in my mind. This night really sucks.
The fluorescent hum of the store sign had dimmed, replaced by the hushed whisper of the parking lot at the late hour. My breath fogged in the cool night air as I watched her emerge holding a grocery bag in her arms. The parking lot lights had been cut with surgical precision, plunging the asphalt into gloom where only the distant street lamps cast long, distorted shadows. The camera feeds had been cut moments before, confirming my suspicions. He was here, and he was good. Too good to be random. My gaze, however, lingered on her. She was beautiful, undeniably. A dangerous kind of beauty, especially in that outfit. I had seen her inside the club earlier in the evening. I watched her dance, yes, but mostly watched her work. She moved with a natural grace, but there was a coiled tension, a watchful intelligence in her eyes. I had seen her handle the last creep who dared to put his hand on her. No fear, just cold, efficient defiance. A knee to the groin that echoed with a satisfying thump. Then the icy stare down with the angry manager. She hadn't backed down, not an inch. A sharp, unexpected admiration had flickered through me then. She wasn't the kind of woman I usually watched out for. Not in my line of work. But that didn't mean she was weak. But the man standing between her and her car was a different caliber entirely. Not a typical opportunistic street predator. His posture, the way he occupied the space, the methodical disablement of the surveillance. This was an operator. Focused, professional. He wasn't looking for a quick score or a cheap thrill. He was a problem. Far bigger than she could possibly imagine. My initial assessment had been about the hunter, not the prey. I made my move then, before she dropped her keys, before he got closer. I watched her fumble, saw the frantic scramble, and knew with chilling certainty that hesitation could be fatal. Not just for her, but for the intricate game currently in play. The target wasn't just anyone. She was the key to something, though I still didn't know everything.